moving to the next speaker. This is Professor Swati Kaushal. She's a faculty in Amity Law School, Noida, and her topics focuses on implications of the Nordic methods of imparting legal educations in the times of lockdown. That involves the online teaching methods, problem faced during those methods, and how what are the shortcomings and how these things can be overcome. So I now uh, hand over the platform to Professor Swati Kaushal.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
There's a lot of network issue at place. I hope I'm audible clearly to everyone.
Yes, ma'am. Indeed.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank the Chinese University of Hong Kong for giving me the opportunity to present a paper at an international platform, sharing my experiences from India, how we as teachers have been experimenting and trying to continue with the legal education in India. And I know globally also everybody have been trying to impart the education in some or the other possible and more feasible way to it. So starting with that, my topic of presentation is implications of the nuteric methods of imparting legal education in the times of lockdown. Teachers are the next level of COVID warriors, fighting for the nation and shaping the future of tomorrow. As this pandemic has arrived, the whole global emergency, this whole global health emergency has suddenly brought the whole world to a standstill. Lives of people have been affected in almost all the spheres of their lives, including the social life, professional life, education life, etc. But the suffering of each area is different due to availability of resources to them. Now, when we talk about the legal education, these were when this lockdown started. It's almost going to be 4 months when this lockdown, and this was a very crucial time when the last batch of most of the colleges was about to graduate. So they were not having classes in the last semesters, and then this was a crucial period for students to go for internship, which actually is much required because, as we know, law can never be taught in the classes alone. Theory will never be able to suffice to the need of a professional course like legal education. So since this has happened all of a sudden, we as teachers and whole of the legal community, academic community basically, have to rethink how we can blend the theoretical things along with the practicalities and the pragmatic approach, blending it with the technology, because during these times, technology has come as a boon to us. So keeping all these things in mind, you see that one of the major hit sector is education. Suddenly, learning has stopped due to the restrictions on the classrooms mode of teaching, due to implementation of social distancing. And again, there was a lot of turmoil, how to go about it, what should be there, because it all came very sudden. So then, as you can see, now things have become little normal. As in during the lockdown, things have become normal, not in the normal sense of lockdown, as you say. So there was a dire need and was felt to create a simplified, dynamic, and indigenous solutions to aid the education in the country and across the globe also. But yes, specifically, I will be focusing on India more. So after all, the future generation cannot be left to suffer at the expense of this situation and bear the brunt of its effects. Now, this sudden change has posed lots of challenges. Now, I would really like to go back to the ground level of teaching, legal education. There, as you see, there are 2-3 categories I would like to really focus upon where challenges are. First is availability of infrastructure. We are talking, not everybody is in the metro cities or smart cities of the country. We have to actually accept that India is a country mix of rural and the urban population. So students who have been even taking education in major cities belong to different parts of the country from various nooks and corners where sometimes infrastructure might not be available. Now these challenges, as you see, are posing from two sides. Students who might not be able to access it because maybe they don't have the infrastructure. Then there have been a lot of climatic changes that has happened during this time. Amphan happened, then there were other things which have actually affected the network issues also. Another is the availability of infrastructure with the colleges, as in the institutions imparting the education. When you talk about those, India is a mixed economy where not everything is owned by the government only. So we cannot just be ensured that, okay, there will be a uniform supply of connectivity and, online mode of education or the pedagogy will continue for a long time. So many of the institutions don't have the availability due to paucity of funds, or maybe because of the area where they are located. So these are also very important challenges that must be kept in mind while we talk about the availability of infrastructure. Another thing I would really like to focus upon the challenges posed by the teachers. Now in India, basically we follow the Socratic methods of teaching and also normal classroom method of teaching, where the question answer things are basically focused upon, and it was always a very personal touch that was given, while teaching face to face. Now this most of the academicians belong to this category who were very reluctant to go for the technological methods of teaching, although always earlier even the Indian Bar Education Council of India has emphasized that there should be computer learning, and education must be imparted through different methods, but then too we were most of the organizations used to continue with the normal method. So with this there's another challenge of how the teacher should be equipped to impart legal education in the right manner. For this, again, one concept that I believe must be implemented time and again, which used to be always there through these faculty development programs, or there are many initiatives taken by the MHRD, that is the Ministry of Human Resource Development in India. They have come up with different portals to teach the teachers, because once the mentor is not prepared, they will never be able to. Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, you're audible. You are audible.
Okay. So once the teachers are not prepared or the mentor is not prepared, they will never be able to teach their mentee in the right way. So that is one thing that must be ensured at any cost. So all of a sudden the time is very less. So it was very difficult to teach and equip the teachers to deliver the lectures in the right mode. And also, as I said previously also, legal education can never be confined to theory. It must be tested with the time. So once it is this time is there, we really need to test whether technological bent is the need of the hour or not. Another challenge that is posed by the colleges, if you say, is one thing, that is the infrastructure availability. Now, there have been many institutions who were able to Zoom emerged as one of the very common app of imparting education. Then Google Classrooms were there, Hangouts were there, WebEx. There have been many researchers there, but the thing is that all these also pose some kind of privacy issues, because all of a sudden you can see there have been a lot of hacking and misuse of the information being done. So there have been some incidences, many webinars and all other things have been implemented the innovative way, but you can see these things are not very foolproof. So this is one thing where we really need to work upon whether these are the right platforms to be used or not. One more important platform that is being used, which I would really like to, with my own personal experience, would like to emphasize on, is Microsoft Teams, which is much more reliable to use on. But yes, paucity of funds is an issue. That is why these things are not being implemented too much. Another challenge, there have been many government initiatives to try to cover up, and even Indian Bar Council of India have been very active enough to provide right guidelines in imparting legal education. So you can see that they have emphasized on the teaching methods to e-learning as computer education. It is already part of the Legal Education 2008. So here it is said that the computer education is a compulsory protocol as per Rule 9A and B of Schedule 3 of Rules of Legal Education 2008. So every student is supposed to be computer savvy and capable to understand and follow the regime of online classes. Now it was already there, but now there's a sudden need. So we need to really, check that all our stakeholders imparting the legal education must be technically savvy, very much equipped. Then, as I already emphasized, MHRD has started imparting a lot of free courses to the academic community, so as to be ensure that the teach the teachers concept can be actually effectuated and help in enhancement of learning experience. There have been many other platforms that have cropped up, but we have to see one thing. There are certain challenges as an academician that we have been facing. This, as I already emphasized, that this was a very crucial time for the students to go for internship, because education can never be legal. Education is a professional course in India. It's somewhere above the undergraduate, but not a postgraduate. So it's a kind of vocational, that means a skill based education. So skills can only be imparted once the student is very much connected with the industry. So the industry here is the legal community. There have been a lot of guidelines coming up from the Supreme Court for starting with the e-courts, e-filing of the cases. So I just suggest, as one of the suggestions from my side would be that even when we talk about activity-based learning in our classes, a student should also be allowed to be part of witnessing it, and also try to assist the lawyers, maybe as an intern, in going through these dynamic ways of doing and continuing with the litigation process. Even many of the law firms have started with the online internship, but they are basically just based on writing research papers or giving them certain assignments. But the real rubbing of the practicality with the theoretical bench is still missing. So I think this is one thing very important that we need to focus on, and it must be given some kind of importance. There have been many other innovative ways that they have come up with, like as you can see, the culture in legal community has changed. So they have come up with online moot courts to give them the practical experience. But then too, I would still suggest, because the body language of a lawyer is very important. So once mooting, student moots, the body language and other thing plays a very important role in engaging getting the knowledge and the preparedness of the particular competitor by a judge. So that thing is missing. So my conclusion at last would be that we have been experimenting, but I think there is still space and scope for a lot of new innovations which must be included in the legal profession, because these are some very general things which are being followed with other streams also. So with this, I would like to come to the close of my presentation. Thank you.